What would you do if you woke up or found out that Tyler Robinson was executed? Just a little thought experiment. Thought experiment. Open the paper. Oh, there's no paper. I say stuff. I talk about albums. Tin foil. There's no tin foil. It's aluminum foil. Anyway. But one day you wake up and Tyler's been executed. Tyler Robinson. Maybe a firing squad. We'll talk about that in a moment. How would you feel deep down inside? Would you say, damn? Or would you say, these bastards really did it? They killed an innocent man. I mean, right before my eyes. And they don't care at all about anything. Look what they're doing in the Middle East. Look what they've done to people. Say that you know that in Gaza they're still attacking. Max Blumenthal said there was a mosque they attacked. What is with us? I know this sounds like a really kind of a silly question, but there's a part of me that says, are we just animals as a people, as a species? How is it that we can say, wait a minute, this guy didn't do this. This guy didn't do this. And they're going to kill him. And they're saying, God. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. I don't know. Can I turn in my membership card to the human race? I really, let me tell you something. You don't know this, but if that happens, and that's what they want to happen, you would feel like, I don't know what the word is. You would really be affected by it. I mean, it would get you. You don't think it would, because normally capital punishment is something that people have done it, and there's no doubt about this. This may be the only time, the only time where before your very eyes it was incontrovertible that we've executed an innocent man. Think about that. Think about that very, very quickly. And while you think about this, let's think of another kind of disaster. The world is about to explode. Wars expand, shipping lanes close, supply chains break, fuel and fertilizer prices surge, crops fail, power grids go down, and then you reach the grocery store and guess what? You find nothing left. Could you go 1 week without your local grocery store? A month? 6 months? That could never happen, right? No, famous last words. So what happens when there's a blackout or a cyber attack or a storm or a quarantine or a shelter in place, an order that traps you at home? Panic is not a plan. Preparation is. And I'm not talking about banana chips and beef jerky. My Patriot Supply's 6-month emergency food supply provides you right now with more than 2,000 calories a day, 22 meal varieties, and food designated to last up to 25 years. Call it conspiracy theory or tinfoil prepper lunacy. You know I'm right. I know I'm right. Save $250 right now. Click the link below. Prepare with Lionel now. Is there a part of you that says, have you ever had a part of you that ever is just disgusted by your humanity? Do you ever think about that? Is there a part of is there a part of you? Oh, I think about this all the time. I think about this all the time. What we do to kids, what we do to children. How war, what we've done to Gaza, it's in. Call it what you want. Don't call it a genocide if you don't want to. I don't care. It's up to you. There's something so wrong. There's something so vile about us. And we don't do anything. What would it take for us to say, all right, that's enough? Let me ask you something. True story. Listen to me carefully. Answer this question. Could you ever see people have debated this, I don't know why, but they have debated that there was a Holocaust where there was a systematic extermination of Jews, gypsies, homosexuals, whatever it was, you name it. Could you ever see that happening here? I mean, wholesale, full bore, 100%, and we know what's going on. Oh, they'll call it something else, but do you see that? Can you ever see this? Can you? Can you see that? Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. Could you see that? What would we not ever do? What would it be? The church? Would it be? I mean, we did Abu Ghraib and all this. Do you think the Christian people would come and say, "Hey, hey, hey, hey"? What would they do? What would they do? Go and block these things? You can't do this. Would we say, "Are you doing what I think you're doing? Are you actually liquidating people? Hey, you can't do that." Well, and then you have other people say, "What's the matter with you? These are the enemy." What's the difference between me going in and absolutely leveling? I mean, apartment buildings with a bomb, boom, and I mean innocent people, men, women, kids. And I'm going to tell you, well, we got to do this because at the basement, there's these bad guys there. We did this, and we say, what's the difference? What's the difference? You could have a building where people are brought in trains and 18-wheelers let out, just like you ever see a slaughterhouse? What's the difference between that and dropping bombs on people in just neighborhoods? Nothing. Nothing. We are a part of this. Now, many of us are saying, "Oh, somebody wrote, don't blame humanity." Yeah. Who do you blame? What? Squirrels, maybe? Chimpanzees? We do it. Our people have done this repeatedly. We've done it forever, and we don't do anything about it. Oh, don't look at me. I'm different. Really? I guess. Oh, I had nothing to do with this. How was it that slavery was so widespread? Black, white, European. I'm not making the argument for, some type of reparations, but how do we do that? How do we say, "Hey, wait. We're taking babies and families. What the hell's going on here? To pick cotton? Wait a minute. Hold it. Oh, they're subhuman. They're not the same. Come on, they're bred to do that. They're not the same as us. Those are black people. Those are African." There's always some reason. Absolutely. We are so close to this. Now, let me ask you this question. Does Tyler Robinson face the firing squad in Utah? Anybody? Cami Roundtree says, "Hi, Lionel and all. Appreciate your content. You make my day. Thank you. This is a little heavy stuff today. Thank you so much. But I appreciate that. Maybe this stuff is interesting. See, I just think it's fascinating. I just love horror. I love horror shows, horror, bad guys, serial killers. Are we the bad guys? Yeah, humans are. Absolutely. We're not worth anything. We are the worst. We're okay. We're okay, but oh no, our species, terrible. Absolutely horrible. And we'll do it right now. We just sit back and we just watch this. We don't do anything. We don't stop anything. I'm trying to. We had so much fun yelling at Fauci. This son of a bitch. He aided and abetted. I don't even know how many deaths himself. I have no idea. And we sat back and we showed him. No, he's laughing. Today he's walking around with his wife and he's got flowers and he's just doing his thing. How many people did we kill in Vietnam? How many with bombs and incendiaries? Why? I don't know. But we sat back at this. Yeah. Let me ask you this question. How do you, or do you think that we can use the firing squad? Let me tell you what I found out about that, which is very interesting because people are talking about this a lot. Most people hear Utah death penalty and they immediately picture a firing squad. I don't know why they do, but the Tyler Robinson is not presently sentenced to face one. He is charged with aggravated murder, and prosecutors are seeking capital punishment, and he remains legally presumed innocent, of course, until convicted. Now, several major hurdles must be crossed in order to put him to his death. First, the prosecution must establish that the charged aggravated murder qualifies as a capital offense and prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. A Utah capital jury consists of 12 people. If the case reaches a separate penalty proceeding, the jury then unanimously must determine that the aggravating circumstances outweigh the mitigating and that the death is justified. A single holdout kills the death penalty, meaning the first part is the guilt phase. Did they prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt? Yes. Now let's go to the penalty. Did the aggravated, and you can list a number of them. It was a heinous crime, particularly heinous. It was committed during a felony. Did the aggravated factors outweigh the mitigating? And even after a death sentence, execution would not necessarily happen quickly. Capital cases ordinarily produce years, sometimes decades of direct appeals, post-conviction litigation, federal habeas corpus, all this other thing. Now, Utah's default execution method is lethal intravenous injection, not the firing squad. For a newly sentenced defendant, the firing squad becomes available only after and under limited circumstances. It applies if lethal injection is ruled unconstitutional, as applied to that prisoner, or if the sentencing court determines at least 30 days before the execution that Utah cannot lawfully obtain the necessary execution drugs. If firing squad execution is legally triggered, Utah law directs the Department of Corrections to select a 5-person squad of peace officers. Therefore, the accurate formulation is that not that Tyler is facing the firing squad, he is facing a capital punishment, a capital prosecution in a state where a firing squad remains a legally authorized backup execution method. Most people didn't know that. That distinction matters enormously because anybody reaches that chamber, prosecutors must win the case, obtain a unanimous death verdict, and survive an exhausting appellate process. And the firing squad is the final possibility at the end of a very long road under a certain circumstances. So anyway, so that's it. How many people, yes or no, answer my question. How many people would be morally offended, would be hurt, bothered, whatever, if Tyler Robinson were to be executed, knowing that he is not guilty? How many? Yes or no? Would you be? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. Would you be offended? Would you be hurt? Would you be chagrined? Would you be in any way affected by this? Would you? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Just 1 for yes. Number 1 or 2. You don't even have to write yes. 1, you got 1. Just hit number 1. 3 1. You got 3 ones. There's 1. Yeah. That makes me feel good. At least some people say, because I used to think people just love the death penalty, and they just love it. And look at this. You're rekindling faith in me. There's something that is. It's just. I do not understand the death penalty. I do not understand it. I have a problem with war, but I've never understood it. I understand the anger behind it, but it's just so good to see people upset by this. It would terrify. I mean, I would say, we just killed it. This guy didn't do it. We just killed him. Oh, well. And very rarely do never, ever do we ever have somebody where we say, most people, oh, they did it. I don't know whether they deserve it or not. It's a different question. But most people, most of the time, they did it. Absolutely. They pulled the trigger. They killed the person. Whether they deserve it, And the part that gets me more than anything else, because so many people talk about religion and God and Jesus, is what would Jesus say? Jesus would say, what are you doing? What do you mean, what are we doing? Jesus, we're killing him. Whoa. Did you not hear what I said? No. You said render unto Caesar. Oh, give me that render unto Caesar. You can't kill him. And by the by, do you know that in our country, the nascent period, we had the death penalty for, I think, all felonies. I mean, it was serious. Very, 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 very serious. Now, if you're raised like that, that's okay. But there's something about it. And people will say, well, do you expect to keep him alive for? Yeah. Like a caged animal? Yeah. For the rest of his life? Yeah. Why? Because you can't kill him. Because God would say no. I don't want to bring up religion, but God would say no. Well, God doesn't say that. No, I think God would say no. Because God would say, well, what's so special about this? Well, they killed the family. Well, what about people who were involved in war? Tinfoil Hat says Tyler is going to be found innocent. I hope so. I think that Candace was going today. Oh, my God. The medical examiner, the wife's a furry, Wahardo. Oh, my God. This thing is going... I have a very, 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 very simple thing about not killing people. Not killing people. Not war. Not war is rarely, ever acceptable. Very rarely. What we're doing right now with Iran is so. Trump is going to. By the way, interesting thing. Roger Stone has turned his back on Alex Jones. They were so friends because Alex Jones is saying the 25th Amendment. We went through this today. I hope you watch this. The 25th Amendment does not apply to. It's ridiculous to even say that. It sounds dramatic, but I have this. You can't kill somebody. There are very few states in the world that have death penalty. A lot of people don't. It's just not heard of. You don't do this. You don't do this. You put them away for the rest of their lives. It costs nothing. Nothing to house them. And then later on they say, well, they get old. It's like, are we going to nickel and dime this stuff? You're gonna have to feed them and water them and give them a bathroom. There's certain things you just have to do when you take them off the street. But this is but nobody seems to care about it. We're the only ones talking about this. Nobody. And Erica, Miss Christian, you think somebody who would be so conversant with death is like, why would this? And it looks more and more like there could be very well somebody else involved. But not only that, he may be involved with absolutely nothing. Nothing at all, nothing. The level of people in the world, the people who say, we could bring down a building in a controlled demolition. We would bring it down. 1, 2, 3. Third one's okay because most people are out. But we will do it to make a point. Think nothing of it. False flag? Absolutely. No problem. And we'll give you a story. It's Al Qaeda. It's the Arabs. It's Saudi Arabia. And you will repeat whatever we tell you. You will just repeat it. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. You'll just repeat it. Well, it's because they hate our freedom and they're Arab. And we will do this. So what did we say about us? No, they didn't do that. So I don't know how to. I want to see somebody in jail, in prison once. Who name any seriously corrupt person who went to jail, to prison for life. Thank you, 6 or 444. Thank you so much. Steve Bolin says, don't dismiss the value of hard labor the rest of one's life. That hard labor, that's just a punishment. I don't know if I don't even know how what does that hard labor mean? Cracking rocks? Okay, whatever. We'll get to that later. Cruel and unusual punishment, I don't know. But nobody goes to prison. Coming up is going to be the 25th anniversary of September the 11th. And I guarantee you, nobody's going to, they're still going to repeat this thing about the Arabs they're going to just say this. And people believe it. They just believe it. Remember the Gleiwitz incident where it was the radio station where the Germans took a bunch of Polish prisoners and made them look like they were attacking the radio station. Anyway, it's all false flag. 444 says the only thing Tyler is guilty of is being goofy. Could be. But the thing is that they can't prove the case. They can't prove it. You do know that by all indications, all three buildings were brought down deliberately by some kind of controlled mechanism, right? Moss, Country Story, says, where is people's empathy? It could be you or your children in Tyler's place to look up the innocent, why war criminals are visiting the White House. Oh, absolutely. Look at this. This is interesting. I like this. Candace is Batman. Baron is Robin. And you are Alfred Pennyworth watching over the Batcave. Oh, I never knew Alfred's name. You know what I believe in? And I thank you for that. That's very nice of you to say that. You know what I really believe in? It's very, very simple. I am so meat and potatoes about that's not fair. That's not fair. Since I was a kid, I say that's not fair. You can't do that. It's not fair. There was something very, very rudimentary, very, very simple. You can't do that. You can't. That's not right. That's not right. This is the part which is so interesting to me. And the reason why is I'm very, very rudimentary about this. Very, very, very exceedingly rudimentary. And I just believe very simply this isn't fair. This is so wrong. And I also do not believe in a lot of things that people really enjoy. And like I'm telling you this, I am not a person who is at all, I'm not into violence. I don't believe in violence. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't even believe, in fact, our good friend Johnny Jelaine says, in the movie Minority Report, 3 precogs decided who was guilty. Yes. And that was so interesting because that was one of the most important things in the world. Let me tell you something. There's some things I do not like. Obviously. Certain things I just say, whoa. Slavery, murder. I don't like spanking. I don't like hitting people. Now, boxing is different because it's consensual. But taking a kid, come here, you. No. Do you want to? Yes. Do they piss you off? Yes. Will it benefit people? I don't know. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. I don't hit a kid. Never. Psychological torture? You betcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. There's certain ways around it. I just don't believe this. I don't believe in arranged marriages. You have no idea. That drives me crazy. I don't believe in beauty pageants. There's some things I just don't believe in. And I'm saying we better off without this. Don't do that. Be better off. Don't do that. Don't hit animals. Don't hit people. Don't hit people. Bullfighting. What? Bullfighting. Now, wait a minute. Come on. I don't know how we do this. Don't give me this culture business. There are some things I just think are just plain old wrong. And I don't know. I don't fit in. I'm sorry. I don't fit in here. Whoever thought about this? Whoever said, let's go in and let's stab this bull in the heart? And I don't get that. I am never, ever going to discuss hunting because many hunters are great. Many hunters are terrific. Many hunters are wonderful. They eat the quarry, as it were. My new best friend now, Buckley Carlson talks about quail hunting. Is it okay? I'm sure they eat the quail. All right. I'm not gonna get into this kind of stuff. I just because there are certain things that for whatever it's worth we eat. We're carnivores for the most part, and we kill animals. I don't eat them, but that's okay, and I don't make a big deal about that. But there's some things that are just weird. And the thing that I think is the most important is putting somebody to death that you know it's like he didn't do it. Not that he doesn't deserve. Remember, a lot of people might not deserve the death penalty because because the case wasn't particularly heinous, because the people were poor. Because let me ask you a question. I'm going to give you a question. You answer yes or no. Okay. All right. Somebody is completely out of his mind, psychotic, doesn't know where he is, thinks he's in a battle, thinks he's in war, thinks they're after him. And they try their best to keep him, sedated or under medication or whatever it is, but he is out of his mind and he thinks he's in another place. He hears voices and he pushes somebody in front of a subway or kills somebody because he believes that this person is trying to kill him. He's frightened. He does this. He knowingly killed them, but didn't know why, because he really believed he was. Now, does that make any difference to you? Or do you say, it doesn't matter, kill him? Did you do it? Yep, kill him. I don't care why you did it, just kill him. Yeah, but he didn't know. I don't care whether he knew or not, kill him. Don't give me anything, kill him. I'm not saying letting people go. It's one of those stories that's very, very difficult. What would you say? Should you let him go? Yes or no? He didn't know. He doesn't know. He thinks he's in a war. He thinks he's in a war, and he thinks you're coming after him. He thinks you're coming after him. Would you say, yeah, go ahead? It's very, very different. Very, very different. Vets with PTSD, you're right about that. What about this? Let me ask you this. A woman has been beaten repeatedly for years and years and years and years, or psychological torture, or just this horror of this unrelenting, this husband who brutalizes her. Maybe physical, or just whatever. And she can't leave because she has kids. No place to go. She herself was abused as a child. He reminds her of her father. All her life, men have mistreated her. And then one night, while he's watching TV, she goes in and gets a gun and walks behind him and blows his brains out. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's not hallucinating. Absolutely not. Cammie Roundtree says, Lionel, thank you for saying what you are against. So many aren't willing to do this anymore. I do agree with you. I thank you. Some things I just... See, I'm against the death penalty for different reasons. Not because people don't deserve it. But what about this woman? I would absolutely write not guilty. That's called jury nullification. Yeah, but she's guilty. I don't think she's guilty. Can you kill some people? Yeah. Can the government? No. I can. What if somebody hurts your child? Somebody hurts your child and you know who it is. And your child is forever. When a child is, and my wife, this is all will tell you, she'll show you, we know this. When a child has been abused, that child is never the same. You have robbed a sparkle, a light. You have robbed innocence. And I believe you must pay. Not the government. Me or somebody else. I would immediately say, not guilty. But then Jesus would say, excuse me, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. No, I disagree with you on that one. Sorry there, JC. I appreciate it, man. I understand where you come from. I got it. I have no problem with that. There is something where we get into the law of the jungle. This is You know what's interesting? Do you know that is it a bonobo or a chimp? That when they fight you, when they attack you, when they attack chimps, but also men in particular, they will rip your face off. They grab it, or grab a lip or a cheek, and they'll pull your face off. They also bite your fingers off. And men, they will grab your balls and pull them right off. Why? So you can't reproduce. Now, there's something about that. Biting fingers is not my style. But I believe in that. I would say, yeah, yep, absolutely. But that's wrong. But I believe, is that vigilantism? No. Is that a lynching? Because lynching means an extrajudicial type of thing. Yeah, could be. Yeah. Is it wrong? I can see where you would say it's wrong. Is it morally okay? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your child? Oh, yeah. Now, explain that to me. I don't know. I have this regulator, this part of my heart that goes off. Sometimes when I see things, I go, yep, that's okay. No, that's okay. That's all right. No, that's okay. No. We had a case one time where I refused. I just dropped it. This poor guy went into a store, and he kind of like we would call them a bodega here, but it was one of these gas stations / whatever. And he stole like diapers, and you know how much baby formula costs a week? Then you got to get the distilled water and the whole. I'm telling you, I think you know that already. And I thought, no, I'm not gonna just drop it. It's all right. Come on, it's for his kids. Yeah, but he stole. I don't care whether he stole. It's for his kids. He's not stealing cigarettes and lottery tickets. For baby formula. Now today, baby formula might be. It's under lock and key. I don't know where you are, but if I took you to my neighborhood CVS, oh, you can't believe it. You got to push the button. Yeah, the rectal itch cream. Jerry? Can you get this for me? Well, why? It's all. There's a Walgreens where the entire row. I mean, everything is under glass and lock, and it's pathetic. It's terrible. But the there's these things inside me where I'm thinking, I can't prosecute somebody for helping his kids because he was desperate. I know maybe he could have done something different. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. I know it. And I know that we have to say, wait a minute. We know ahead of time. Listen, sometimes we make a mistake. Sometimes we've killed the wrong people. Sometimes we made a mistake. But we know now what's coming. We can put an end to this right now. This may bother you, but he didn't do this. And then you've got people like Erica Kirk. Let me just tell you something right now. I am so sick and tired of people laying this bullshit. You don't know how about. Then shut up. You've gone beyond anything. It's almost like it's sad, it's pathetic, but just shut up. Go away. Go away. Why do the Colvettes and these people keep talking? Why? Don't you care about this? He didn't do this. It's like, Erica, would you sit down with me? Can I explain to you why he didn't do this? Can we talk about this? No. Why? Okay, let's talk about this, and you tell me why you think he did it. Erica, do you think he fired that rifle? Let's make it easy. You think he is? What if I told you he didn't? What if I told you that this rifle that you say used, what if it wasn't used? Wouldn't that mean something to you? Wouldn't you say, hey, wait a minute, hold on, we can't do this? Why? It just told me that that there's reasonable doubt? No, forget it. No, I'm not going to do that. Why doesn't she do this? She's quoting this, and I hate these hypocritical people who come, they quote this and that and this. And the first Psalms 1 Timothy, 2 Timothy, 8 Timothy, 4 Timothy, whatever it is. Jebediah 2, 4, 3, and they're great on that, but then you say, listen, stop all that. There's somebody here who didn't do this. This is incarceration, the deprivation of liberty every single day of his life. He's in a cell. And they want to kill him. And if you said, by the way, because you said you forgave him, right? Well, why do you want to kill him? Erica, would you like to talk about this again? What about the gun do you not know? Maybe I'll say it again. I'll speak slower. Erica, is somebody telling you to do this? Is somebody, do you have a handler? Are you afraid we're going to find something else? Have we stepped into something that you're very embarrassed about? What is it? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? What is this about? Come clean. Come here. Bring your pastor in. Bring whoever your pastor. You can see all these pastors. Find. It sounds like bastards. What is it? Pastor. Find out. Ask Erica, please, gentlemen or ladies, why is she doing this? What are you hiding? Is what you're hiding worth the life of a young man? What are you? I don't get it. She probably thinks, oh, we're just mean, but we're not mean people. I don't say what I say because I'm a mean person. I say what I'm saying because it's true. And I'm saying what I'm saying because of the fact that Tyler Robinson did not do this. James Earl Ray, oh, that one, terrible case, didn't do this. Lee Harvey Oswald didn't do this. Sirhan didn't do it. Or he might have been there, might have been MK Ultra, but somebody else, Thane Eugene Caesar did. Other people did this. Erica, what do you not understand about this? Forget Colvett and all these other, I don't know who these people are. Let me ask you something. Why? What would you tell Jesus? What would you tell? If Jesus said to you, Erica, do you listen to them? Erica, when somebody says to you, this is Jesus not talking, Erica, because he talks to Jesus all the time. Erica, when they say to you that the rifle, this is important, that if it were to have been fired at him and hit Charlie in the neck, you would have seen it. You would have seen this pink mist. Do you not worry about this? Does this not at all interest you? Do you not worry about the fact that this rifle was a shot that he didn't shoot anything? Erica, how are you going to find somebody guilty who if there's no weapon? What was it telepathy? Did he dream it? And I don't want to see that granular picture anymore. But is this? You got to ask me the one thing: probiotic and this other one. Are you telling me? Because Siciliani, the young lady who said she slept on the ground to get into the courtroom, and said I was there. That's not it. Are you telling me that you saw another video? Now, what if somebody one day says, no, there's no other video? Why? There is no such thing as a 4K quality video of this sort. Mama P. Pop says, your logic is spot on and I enjoy your extensive vocabulary. Thank you. By the way, I hope everybody talks about vocabulary. I hope you enjoy, you yourself just pick up some words. Zaman says, why is Candace stuck doing Kash Patel's homework? I have no. What a worthless individual he is. I don't get it. I don't get any of this stuff. If I sat down with him or Bongina, or whoever these people are, I'm saying, listen, dude, close the door. Pardon the expression, Cash, but can't you see, sound like Marshall Tucker, can't you see what's going on here? Do you really not understand this? Do you not understand this? You're going to kill an innocent man. Does that bother you at all? Does that bother you? Does that hurt you? Seriously. Where are all these people? Why do I have to go around and say... Don Jr., Don, sit down. Don, you're a hunter. You've killed, what, giraffes or whatever the hell you've killed. I don't know. Now you know and I know. Don, the ATF says the rifle is inconclusive. Do you not believe them? Do you think, okay. Would you like to see what happens if somebody who has a wound here? That this powerful weapon, this round went in, it was absorbed by his vertebrae, and then went down. Don, just do me a favor. You're newlywed. Do you not know about this case? Do you figure, hey, I think I'm going to be a part of it. I think get some political hay out of this. Okay, fine. But you don't understand what's happening here, right? You don't understand. Let me ask you something. Do any of you, remember, 1 for yes, 2 for yo, do any of you watching right now have this thing where I don't give a damn about Tyler being guilty or not? I just like him. Or I like that name. No. If he's guilty, fine. Okay. We'll talk about the death penalty perhaps later, but I'm going to say, all right. I went in this thing not knowing anything, thinking this son of a bitch shot him. It's that simple. Cammie Roundtree says, love the vocabulary I have learned. Go, great. There are so many great ones. Please, there's so many great books. So many wonderful books. There's one. Oh, here's a good one. This is one of my, I keep this in my briefcase, this is where it's got plane tickets and stuff. This one is called, oh, this is such a good one. Dim Boxes, Epops, and Other Quitums. This is David Graham's, Grambs. This is these are words you never, ever even come close to using ever. If you like this, let me just open it up. Oh, quote libertarian, a quote libet. This is what I just think of myself as, quote libet, somebody who is to speak. It's kind of like a logical transducer, one who enjoys debating fine or subtle points for the mental joy of stimulation. A quote libertarian. A sibilator is the sibilant speaker whose S's are extremely wet and insistent. This is this. The sibilant, a sibilant. Now, when are you going to work sibilator into one? If I said somniloquist, now you should know that. Somn, S-O-M-N, you're going to say sleep. Somnambulism, and illoquist sounds like somebody who sleeps, who speaks or talks in their sleep. And of course, is the sleep talker. Spintex, the long-winded, not too compelling preacher, or the priest, minister, rabbi whose sermons are weekly ordeal. Oh, by the way, this would be our good friend Erica. A spin text, S-P-I-N-T-E-X-T. Oh, tintabulum, yeah, you know what that one is. Witch snapper, xenoepist, X-E-N-O. I love that, xenoepist. This is foreign, obviously, xenophobia. A person who speaks with a foreign accent. There's all these wonderful. I saw one time somebody was talking about Trump's skin, and there's something called, when people have too much beta carotene, there's like keratinaceous, keratinosis, this orangey kind of a thing. There's another one too, but xanthodermic. Xantho, whenever you hear yellow, like xanthodontic, yellow teeth, yellow, X-A-N-T-H-O. That's somebody normally has a high bilirubin rate in your sort of. So, okay, now you ask yourself, why would you want to use these words? So I know them. So I know them. They're free. Take them. Isn't that wonderful to know a word? Just a word. Somebody anarchist, no testicles. That comes. Spintry, a male prostitute. Epicene, somebody who is effeminate. Inseed, you know, that flamboyant walk. I've been looking up lately all these. I don't know if any other country, any other language has that, but how can you not want to know this? Oh, how can you not want to know this? In any event, my friend, I just wanted to say this. Do yourself a favor. It's so much fun. Pick a book, find something, pick one that you can maybe work into a sentence, and actually say it. Say it so that you hear yourself say it. When you hear yourself say it, you'll remember it. Write it down, do something. Just don't read it. Say it. And it's so simple. If all of a sudden people will, I swear to God, I would tell young people, listen, do me a favor. Especially, I mean this. I mean this. I don't mean anything bad by it. But inner city, urban, black, Latino kids, I'm going to say, look, a lot of people are going to think you're stupid. Because why? Because there's a lot of people out there, not racist. They just have never met your style before. So do me a favor, learn a couple of words, throw them in, and you will open the door. People will say, "Ooh, words are power." I don't understand this. Why people don't understand that words are power, and the ability, I don't, and America is so reluctant to learn words. It really is. It's like it's the and the best thing to do is I like little words. And ort is a piece of like a morsel of food, like an ort. My mother liked that one. That was always good for a crossword puzzle. My favorite word in the world, the best, anent, A-N-E-N-T, regarding. You can start off a letter with regarding, but start off with anent the matter. It's like, what the hell is he saying? First word out of the box. What does this mean? Love it. Immane, huge. Brobdingnagian. Remember Lilliputian? Remember Gulliver's Travel? Brobdingnag, the Lilliputians were the tiniest. Brobdingnags were the giants. Brobdingnagian. There's a fellow by the name of Daniel Patrick Moynihan, and there's one word which they say is the longest. It's floxynosiny-hilipilification. Or there's different ways to pronounce it. Floxynosiny-hilipilification, or floxypauciny from the Latin. Paucity, small. Floxypauciny-hilipilification. It's when the action of estimating something is worthless. Like something is so big, it's so, for you to even estimate, it's like, don't even bother. The grains of sand. That's tough to work into a word. That is tough. Very, very difficult. There's so many great words for shit. Great words. Great words for bodily parts. Oh my God. Pendulous is always good. Something that's hanging through gravity. You can do all kinds of stuff there. Somebody with a museum quality dork or a schwanz is mentulate. mentulate. That might work into it. You might work into that. I love that stuff. There isn't enough, and I can sit there and I can just read and just say, oh, here's a good one. Oh, here's something. The fact that they thought about this, second only to the Germans. What the Germans do is, we'll have a word for something. Yeah, it'll be arcane, it'll be strange. But the Germans will come along and they'll say, we want a really complicated word, like you're happy because, schadenfreude, happy, delight, pleasure, brought from seeing the pain or the discomfort of an enemy. Wow, so well thought out. Weltschmerz, a lot of darkness. Witzelsucht is still my favorite. That's a neurological condition where people, where Germans, no, not anybody. It's kind of a temporal lobe, kind of an epilepsy, but you have a propensity to write or to speak in dirty language, coprolalia, puns, bad jokes. And the funny part is, leave it to the Germans to come up with a word to describe somebody who's joking too much. Sitzfleisch. People who can't sit still. Spilkus, anxiety. A lot of these are Yiddish and German, but they're wonderful. How about mispronounced words? How about when people think that areola means nipple? No, that's either the mammal, the papilla, the nipple. The areola, because I always you probably heard areola your whole life. And that's the area surrounding something. Like you have your pupil and the area around it, the areola. The areola on the nipple is the area around it. Johnny Lane says, a German word is worth 1,000 pictures. Very good. Very funny. Touche. Enough. I don't want to go too much into that. That's all, my friends. So anyway, I was just thinking, before we say good night for the evening, I've been thinking about this Tyler thing, and I've been thinking, we've been missing the point here. We've been missing the point. It's like, what would you feel like if all of a sudden? Because sometimes I think we lose track of the fact that this is the human life, human being, and nobody seems to care. And what kind of a sick bastard is this woolly bully, this fuzzy wuzzy, whatever the girlfriend, whatever this thing is? What about that dude? How does that work? It's exceedingly frightening how this thing, this sense of not only contempt, but a sense of not even concerning yourself for perhaps the death of a human being at your hand. At any event. All right, my friends. Have a great, a glorious, and a fantastic night. You were splendiferous. I don't know if that's a word. By the way, a new word that you make up is a neologism. A new word. If you come up with something, your own, doesn't really exist. Anyway, my friends, I thank you. Have a great, a glorious, a beautiful night. Something that is immane, huge in its greatness. Do something fun. Do something great. Listen to some great music. Take it easy. Do something. Enjoy. This is ridiculous, but enjoy in this thing called hedonia, where for hedonism, when you do things that are just to have fun. Because one of the signs of depression is anhedonia, where people do not have pleasure. They don't, nothing is pleasant to them. You got that? That's my warning. All right, dear friends. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you for your contributions and everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great, a glorious, a beautiful, and a wonderful night. We'll see you again tomorrow. And until then, my friends, remember the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.